In today's Roblox Grow A Garden video, we have a highly requested seed to get every single mutation on, and that is the tomato seed. Now, I have to say, this video is pre-recorded a few weeks early, as when this video actually goes live, I will be on vacation. So this video is actually being recorded on August 21st, which is about like 2 weeks before this goes live. So by the time you're watching this, if there's new mutations in Grow A Garden, like say they added like the juicy goosey mutation, I won't be able to get that one because this is pre-recorded. But by the next few videos, I'll be getting all the new ones again. But these are just kind of fill-in videos while I'm out. But anyways, we're going to be attempting to get every single mutation on the tomato today. So let's do it. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and plant this thing down, and I'm actually just gonna get it to fully grow real quick. I'm gonna do this a little bit differently because everybody's been telling me, oh, Bandites, you gotta do it this way. You gotta do it this way. So I'm gonna be trying something a little bit different today. So we're gonna actually let this thing grow in fully. And once it's grown in, then we're gonna throw some sprinklers down and our mooncats to try and get this thing to get a big, giant, juicy tomato on it, okay? I'm gonna go ahead and start getting my mooncats out here so we can get this thing to grow a little bit better. So let's go ahead and get 7. Actually, we could probably just get 8 mooncats because this thing will grow pretty quick. And then sprinklers. Let's go ahead and stack some sprinklers on this thing. So let's do a grandmaster, a master. There we go. I don't know why it's not working. Godly, pro, advanced, and basic. And then with that, I'm going to go ahead and drag this back over here so the mooncats want the pancakes and they all give me some big tomatoes maybe, right? Is this tomato okay? Oh, there we go. It's growing. It's growing a big tomato. All right, I'm going to actually pick these up because I think we can get bigger. And what we're going to do is let these mooncats sleep. Come on, guys. Go to bed. Go CP. Go CP mode. All right, I'm going to put it like right in here where there's all these mooncats right here and right here. This is good stuff. This one's reaching a lot of them, though. I guess I could use my Triceratops to try and help me out with this today. Maybe water it a little bit more, huh? Oh, that's our tomato. That's pretty big. With that, let's go ahead and get some sprays applied to this thing so we can get it ready to become rainbow. So I'm gonna go ahead and put pollinated on it. We'll do a chocolate on it, a shocked, honey glazed, and it has silver. That's technically a growth mutation and it won't actually count towards getting rainbow. So we need to get one more. I'll use my main account for the next one. I have a ton of windstruck sprays and I always use pterodactyls. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply that from over there. And there we go. We should now have, yeah, there we go, windstruck. That is 5 mutations. So we can go ahead and pick up all these mooncats. And then we're gonna go ahead and spawn in our queen bee and we will spawn in our butterfly here. And then with that, we're also going to spawn in a golden goose because this guy I'm going to use to get an egg spawned in. So once this is done, we can move over fortune to it right away. That will save some time in the long run. And the butterfly's cooldown is so long that the queen bee will only target the butterfly. I mean, by the time the golden goose is done, the queen bee will be still cooling down. So we can get that golden egg in here and then we can get fortune moved over in just a little bit once that is ready. And then in the meantime, I'm going to come over here on my main account. Hello, main account. And I'm going to go ahead and spawn in a queen bee over here as well. And we're going to spawn in our kitsune over here. And that way we will get chakra applied to this tomato in just a second. And we'll get some mutations started on our tomato. So hopefully this goes well. Hopefully we get some good mutations and make some good money off this tomato. I don't know how much it's going to be. I'm curious to see. Yeah, we have a lot of mutations to go through. So let's get started. We'll be right back. We're going to wait for this to get rainbow. All right, so a little progress here, but our golden goose is now going to lay our fortune egg that we can go ahead and move fortune over from to our tomato. All right, so our golden goose is done with its egg laying job. So I'm gonna go ahead and move this golden egg over here. So hopefully my kitsune doesn't target it, but we will use a Spinosaurus in just a little bit to move that fortune over to our tomato, which will be nice. All right, our queen bee's cooldown is done. Queen bee is cooling down the butterfly, and the butterfly is now going to convert all of this to rainbow. So we get that 50 times multiplier on the tomato. There we go. Boom. It is now rainbow. So we can pick up our queen bee and our butterfly and start applying some mutations to this rainbow tomato. So I'm going to go ahead and favorite it real quick so I don't accidentally pick it up. So now we can go ahead and go down some sprays here. So I'm going to go ahead and apply the honey glaze spray to it. And I'm going to go ahead and apply fried, shocked, pollinated, and chocolate. And then on my main account, I'm going to apply some extra sprays from over there. And also our kitsune is on the way, so hopefully he targets this and not the golden egg behind me. Bro, he wants the egg. Why does this guy want the egg? All right, well, that's fine. Spinosaurus will move both mutations over to this in just a second. So anyways, on my main account though, I'm going to apply the bloom mutation spray, the verdant mutation spray, burnt, and also cloud touched. So now on this thing, we will have 10 mutations. And then once we get these two moved over, that'll be 12 mutations. So that is good to go. I'm going to go ahead then and I guess spawn in 2 Spinosauruses here so we can get Fortune, and Chakra moved over. And with that, since these guys have to move that over, I might as well go ahead and spawn in a couple carrots here. And with that, I'm going to spawn in a Pterodactyl so we can get Tempestuous done and out of the way. And I'm going to also spawn in my Corrupt Kitsune. So actually, you know what? I'm going to place these Spinos in like 5 more minutes because I want the Corrupt Kitsune to apply its mutations and then have both of the Spinos eat the Fortune, the Chakra, Tempestuous, and Corrupt Chakra, so that way everything gets moved over. So we'll do all that. We'll worry about that in a second. But anyways, all right. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and spawn in our Corrupted Scarlet. Since Corrupt takes forever to get, I'm going to spawn in our Tranquil Scarlet because Tranquil takes forever to get. And then I'm also going to spawn in 2 Lobsters since Molten and Meteoric take forever to get, and that'll help with those. And then again, we're going to respawn our Spinos, so that will take up those last 2 slots, and then we'll get the Pterodactyl to give us Tempestuous, and we'll give the Corrupt Kitsune to give us Corrupt Chakra, and we'll just get that all moved over. This is structured a little bit differently than I normally do it. I usually do a couple different pets first, but this will save some time in the long run because we can get through more pets faster once we get all this out of the way. Once we can get this out of the way and the Spinos out of the way, then we can spawn in all of our other pets, and this whole process will just kind of go a lot faster. I think. I hope. It should. All right, so I think our Corrupt Kitsune is under the Spinosaurus timer now, so they should be good. I'm going to go ahead and spawn those guys back in then. All right, so our Pterodactyl is pretty much done with this cooldown actually this time, so I'm going to go ahead and apply... Hey, buddy, stop moving. There you go. Give him a toy. He's going to do some stuff. And okay, we got Twisted and Windstruck on 2 carrots, so we have 2 of them with Tempestuous. We only really need 1, so I'm gonna go ahead and pick up this one with Windstruck, and I'll pick up this one with Tempestuous. There we go. So the other one has it directly on it. There we go. Yeah, this guy Windstruck directly on it, but this will convert to Tempestuous in just a second. So Pterodactyl's job is done. I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in a couple more carrots here for the Corrupt Kitsune. All right, there we go. That should be enough. I'm gonna go ahead and unfavorite that one with Tempestuous, so our Spinos can move that over in just a second. And oh, there's one with silver. Hold on, let me get rid of that. I don't want them to try to move that because that will just go to nothing since we already have rainbow. All right, there we go. So we're good there. We can go ahead and pick up Pterodactyl, and in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn in Spaghetti Sloth because this dude needs 4 mutations, and that should be good. And then our Spinos are looking good. They're almost done with their cooldowns, so at least getting closer. Our Corrupt Kitsune's getting lower as well. I guess we can go ahead and boost our Lobsters to try and get us Molten done and out of the way. Hopefully they just don't add it to the Tempestuous one, but okay. Anyways, that's a pretty good setup there. And yeah, we just got to really wait for this Corrupted Kitsune to be done with Corrupt Chakra, and then we got to wait for these Spinos to move all that over in a second. So hopefully they hurry up. Hopefully things hurry up here. I'm gonna try to get wet on this from like a Kappa and then use a Jackalope to get that to clay, and then we'll get ceramic done, which I don't even really know if it'll matter if we have ceramic or not, because if we have ceramic, then we can't have fried and burnt, which are already applied, and if we have fried and burnt, then we can't have ceramic. So it's like we either get 2 mutations or 1. Either way, we're still getting some pretty good multipliers. Also, sorry about that. Excuse me. All right, let's see if we get Molten. I just did some Molten in my pants.
Boy, what the f—
Oh, Molten to one of the carrots. Which one got it? Okay, it's this one over here. All right, so the Spinos usually eat like 4 mutations at once. So one should eat Fortune, and then carrot number 1, carrot number 2, and the other one should just eat Chakra, and all that will get moved over. But yes, we got Molten done and out of the way. We just need to get Meteoric, and then we can move these Lobsters out of the way, which would be good. Corrupt Kitsune is almost done, so I'm gonna boost him. Same with these Spinos. Actually, I'm gonna wait like an extra minute just to make sure I don't waste a toy, because sometimes these guys only have like a 2-second timer difference. So let me just wait a second here. All right, I think we should be good now to at least boost the Corrupt Kitsune. He should be good no matter what now for that. Yeah, there we go. So we'll get that in just 2 minutes. And then I guess these Spinos, they should be fine. Let me see. Yeah, 3 minutes. All right, so this should help. Let's go ahead and get these guys done. And we'll be back in 2 minutes when these things, all these pets are ready to do some justice for us or something like that. All right, it's about time for the magic to happen, okay? So Corrupt Kitsune. Oh, first time I got the Eclipsed event. I didn't know that's how it did. I was so confused. Anyways, Corrupt Kitsune is going to shoot some stuff out. Let's see if we get Corrupt Chakra or Foxfire Corrupt Chakra. What are you gonna do, buddy? He's just shooting everything. He's shooting everything. Oh, we got it directly put on to the tomato. Good news for us. Wait, that is the wrong tomato. That is not good news for us. So I'm gonna go ahead and actually pick that one up. I thought it was the right tomato. Okay, we got eclipsed on one of these carrots. That's good. I'm gonna go ahead and he got it on so many different things, dude. Look at all these eclipsed things, dude. I'm overstimulated. I'm overstimulated. I don't know. We don't have time. The Spino's about to do their thing. All right, quickly. Did we get eclipsed on this directly? Yes, we did. Okay, so we can go ahead and pick up eclipsed of that, and then we can go ahead and pick up one of these Corrupt Chakras, and then we got Tempestuous. All right. right, then we can pick up this eclipsed. All right, cool. Let's carefully pick up. I guess we'll keep that wet one. They can move that over. That's fine. All right, cool. We got wet, tempestuous, corrupt chakra, eclipsed and molten. That's fine. And then this guy's eating some stuff. Oh, this one has harmonized chakra on it, actually. So he could just eat that and move that over. Cool. He's doing that. He's doing exactly that. All right, cool. Get that tempestuous. Eat that up. Yummy, yummy. Yes, yes. All right. Can we get that molten, though? All right, we got wet, harmonized chakra, tempestuous, and I guess corrupt chakra, even though we don't need that now. What is this guy doing? Wait, he's gonna eat one more. Eat that molten, please. Eat that molten, please. Eat that molten, please. I don't know. He didn't eat molten, but he did eat fortune and tempestuous again, I guess, and corrupt chakra. All right, so they did not move over molten, so that's kind of unfortunate. But we can leave that molten there, I guess, and they will move that over soon. So we'll leave that one there, and we're good. All right. Well, we got a lot of stuff done, but I guess we'll leave them. So in the next roundabout, they will eat both mutations, and we can get that molten for sure added on. But in the meantime, we don't need this corrupt kitsune anymore. He did his job at least, and we got a ton of mutations done and added onto this tomato, so it is looking pretty good here. All right, and I guess since we got wet done, we can go ahead and spawn in a jackalope to get the sandy mutation, so we can get that converted over to ceramic. So let's go ahead and get a jackalope in here. Can we get sandy done, please? Let's get that sandy done out of the way. Don't think about doing it on the carrot either, by the way. Just do it on the tomato, please. Okay, he failed. You know what? That's fine. He's also trying to apply it to this tiny little tomato on there that I can't even see, bro. Where even is that little thing? Hey, stop. You're being loud. What are you going to give us first? All right, we got sauce on the tomato. I guess that makes the most sense. So good job with that. Can we get this jackalope sandy mutation done, please? And then maybe we can get meteoric done. That'd be nice, too. Let's check the timer on my phone. We have about 4 minutes left for the tranquil and the corrupt. So I'm going to go ahead and boost these guys to hopefully get those two out of the way, maybe. Let's see. Oh. Okay, we got Sandy. Sandy's done, but Corrupt and Tranquil failed. But Sandy is done and applied to the tomato. Is it the right tomato? Of course it's not the right tomato. Why would he do it on the right one? But that's fine. We can use our Spinos to move that over, so that shouldn't be a big problem there. So we can go ahead and pick up the Jackalope. He's done with his job, and I guess we'll start out next with a Disco Bee. Oh, and we have a Heat Wave event. Good timing here, so now we can get Sun-Dried. I'll turn our Verdant in there to Paradisal, which is good. All right, we have Paradisal on our tomato now, and we also have Sun-Dried on this tomato, which we didn't really need, but that's fine. More work for the Spinosauruses, but we should in one round get this done, because they'll eat Eclipsed and maybe Sandy, and then they'll eat Molten, and then like Sun-Dried, and then they'll get all applied to this. So that should be fine, and we can get rid of these Spinos for a little bit. But yeah, we have Paradisal on there, which is good. Yeah, once Sandy gets moved over, they'll turn into clay, and that should instantly go to ceramic, but it will probably get rid of our burnt and our fried, but I guess that is okay. I guess. I don't know. I guess that's fine. Meteoric. I'm manifesting some meteoric mutation right now. Let's go. First try. Actually, that is never happened usually, but hey, that's good. And we got Paradise on this Smith, so it's gonna be a little bit harder for the Spinos, but they'll sort it out. But hey, we got Meteoric done. I'm happy with that. That will save us some time. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and spawn another Disco Bee to try and get Disco done and out of the way, so we can not worry about that one anymore. Let's get the junk bot going, because oil takes a while. Oh, we need to get the Raiju done, actually. Maybe instead of the junk bot, since the Raiju is a pretty easy one to do, I'm gonna go ahead and get him done next then. All right, actually, let's just wait. Let's wait a second, because I want these Spinos to move over some mutations real quick. We really need to get that Meteoric, Sandy, and Molten moved over. I don't know if we're gonna get all those that lucky, but let's let them actually do another wave real quick, so I'll save some time in the long haul. And then we'll spawn on the Raiju once their cooldowns are a couple minutes less. All right, I think I'm ready to make some life decisions now, so here we go. Our Spinos have about 8 minutes left on their cooldown, so what that means is I'm gonna go ahead and give these guys a toy, because now they'll have 4 minutes. And now, because they have less cooldown than the Raiju will have, I'm gonna spawn this guy in, and I'm gonna wait a second once these guys are done to put a carrot down for the Raiju to eat, and then he can apply static to our tomato. Our Disco Bee cooldown is also almost done, so I'm going to go ahead and give him a boost here. Where's that? This one? That way we can try and get Disco done and out of the way. We're going to go ahead and give a boost to our Spaghetti Sloth to get the next ingredient done, and also hopefully get Aromatic done and out of the way, since that one usually takes a while. And then both of our Scarlets here still have quite a while for their cooldown, so I'm going to wait to give them any kind of boost. Come on, Spaghetti Sloth. Give us that Aromatic. Let's get that done. Failed. Okay, that's not getting it done, but we still love you, I think. There's no way this Disco Bee fails. Am I right? Like, you're gonna go in there, you're gonna give us Disco, and it's gonna be directly on the tomato, so we have less to worry about with the Spinosauruses, and it's gonna be like a really good time. All right, come on. Disco. I thought we had something going on. I thought we felt each other there, but you know what? That's fine. Maybe Biscuit's got it under control this time around. I don't know. Maybe they just all hate me. Are you kidding me? You're coming for the carrot. What are you going for? Oh, yeah, he's applying mutation to this carrot. I don't know why he's over there doing it, but we did get meatballs. So honestly, if we get that moved over, that'd be great. But that's another roundabout. We got to go with these Spinosauruses. So, these guys just be applying all the mutations to not the main tomato, but that's fine. He's eating off this carrot, even though he's like way over there. Okay, we got Molten. That's what we needed. Perfect. All right, get Meteoric or Sandy. Okay, we got Meteoric. Perfect. That was a perfect run. Good job, Spino. All right, now, next guy. Hey, buddy, need you to focus here. You got to do Meatball, and you got to do Sandy. We don't want Eclipse, and we don't want Paradisal. We already have those. Okay, what are you eating? What do you got? Okay, Meatball. Good job, buddy. You could do this. You got to just do the Sandy. You just got to do the Sandy. Bro, you ruined it. I was getting so hyped up, and then you ruined it. Ooh, I would like to eat the Paradisal, even though you already would have that on your plant. I would like to eat the Paradisal, would we? I just realized I'm tripping, by the way. I probably should get rid of these Disco Bees. We got Disco. Sorry, I'm kind of dumb, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick these guys up then, and we'll swap them with some new pets. But our Raiju here is about to do some cool stuff and eat this stupid bugged carrot, and then apply static to the tomatoes. All right, here comes Raiju. He's eating the bugged carrot. Let's see if it disappears, though. Okay, there we go. It's gone. And boom. Static applied to both tomatoes. So Raiju is done as well. Let's go ahead and pick him up. With that, let's go ahead and spawn in 2 chicken zombies now so we can get zombified done and out of the way. And then we can get the junk bot back in here officially to try and apply oil for us. This video is actually gone a lot faster than all the other ones, I think, because our pets have actually cooperated and we kind of had a faster process today on how we did all this. I think this is a better strategy so we're not waiting around wasting time. I'm hoping soon though that the devs add a way to get more pets, like active pets at a time, only because there's so many pets in this game now. So if you really want to stack mutations, there should be a way that you could upgrade your active pets to have a little bit more, even if it was like only 10. That would really help me out. 8 pets is a lot, but it'd be nice to have a couple more since there's so many in this game now and there's so many different items and fruits and plants and blah 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 blah. So our spaghetti sauce is about to apply its next mutation. Hopefully it's pasta so we can get spaghetti done. Let's see if we get anything. Okay, we got pasta done. We didn't get tranquil. What about corrupt? Can we get corrupt done, please? Corrupt has failed as well. Very sad. But hey, man, we got pasta done. And also we technically now have clay on the tomatoes. So if these spinos just move that over, then that wet will be gone. Or actually, I'll probably stay, and then we'll get ceramic done, and then we can get frozen applied. Now we just need aromatic from that guy, and we still need to get tranquil, and we still need to get corrupt from our scarlets. So I'm gonna go ahead and set another timer for them, and hopefully they will help us this next time actually get those mutations done. The next wave of magic is about to happen, and you're going to witness it here. Our Spinosaurus is about to eat some mutations, or a mutation off our tomato, and then the other one will do the same thing, and then hopefully they actually give us the ones we need. So the only one we don't need actually out of the stack here is static. So as long as you get clay, disco, and pasta, we're good. What you eat, buddy? Okay, he ate clay. Good. Now that should actually instantly make this turn into ceramic. Yeah, it's ceramic now. We have lost, fried, and burnt, but we have ceramic, which I believe is a better multiplier overall. Let me do some research on that while Junkbot does his thing. Oh. Okay, he failed. You failed me. You failed me, Junkbot. I was doing research and you failed me while I was looking away. I'm very sad. Okay, so ceramic is a 30 times multiplier. What about fried and burnt? Yo, we got aromatic done directly on the tomato. Spaghetti Sloth, you're a good little guy, all right? I'm gonna go ahead and pick you up, and your job has been done. I'm gonna spawn in a Mimic Octopus. What's our next Spino going to eat? Static. That's the one we didn't need, and then he just spit it right back out onto static. So you pretty much did nothing for us. I hope you're proud. Why do you do that? All right, yeah, so ceramic is better. So it's actually fine if we lose fried and burnt. Fried is 8 times, burnt is 4 times, and ceramic is 30 times. So 30 times compared to like 12 times. Yeah, much better. Anyways, yeah, our spaghetti sloth is done. We're pretty much just waiting now for the spinos to actually eat the right mutations and apply it so we can get spaghetti completed on the tomato and get disco. Okay, actually we got lucky there in the second chicken zombie just applied zombified directly to the tomato. So good for us, I guess. That is done. We have zombified now on the right one. Wow, these guys are coming in clutch. All right, so yeah, we just need corrupt, tranquil, and oil. All right, so I had my microphone muted as I recorded those last two clips, but we did get one of our Spinosauruses to actually move over Disco to our main tomato, so that is good to go. And then we had one of our Scarlets actually apply the Corrupt mutation, so now we need the Spinosauruses to move Corrupt and Pasta over to our main tomato, and then those will be done. But we still need to wait for Tranquil, and we also still need to wait for oil from our junk bot. Now, I'm going to wait for these Spinos to do another roundabout here and try and get Corrupt and Pasta moved over. They've been moving over Static and like the wrong ones. So once they move over these two, I will spawn in my Queen Bee to actually help the cooldowns for the Mimic Octopus, the junk bot, and then also this Tranquil Scarlet. So that way we can try and save some more time. I'm actually just going to go ahead and AFK. I'm also going to throw out some Raptors here so we can work on getting them leveled up so we can get better chances for Amber. And I'm going to go ahead and throw down a Queen Bee to help with some cooldowns, and that should be good. I would throw down 2 Queen Bees, but then they usually just cool down each other and it doesn't really help. So I'm just going to do 1, and that should be a decent setup. And I'm going to go ahead and AFK now. All right, so I AFK'd for about an hour and magic happened, dude, okay? On our tomato here, I actually checked, and we did get that nighttime event as I was expecting, so we did get Moonlit officially added to our tomato. And with that, our bird finally applied Tranquil. We finally had our Spinosauruses move over that Pasta mutation, so we were able to get Spaghetti completed. We are good. We have pretty much all of our mutations. The only thing we could really get at this point is Aurora, Bloodlit, and Celestial, but we did not get any Aurora events in the last couple hours recording this, so I don't know if we'll be getting any of those. Oh, and I guess Acidic. Yeah, Acidic would have been nice too, but Bloodlit we could get from the Kappas, but they just take forever. So anyways, we have our tomato here with 25 mutations, and we did have fried and burnt on it, which would have been 27 mutations, but those got taken away for ceramic. But if we split the mutations on this, Tempestuous makes this 26 mutations, Spaghetti makes this 28, Paradisal makes this 29, Frozen makes this up to 30, ceramic makes this pretty much up to like 32, and I guess technically even like 34 since we lost fried and burnt, and then harmonized chakra would be about 35. So this tomato has a lot of mutations on it. It's a pretty good size. I guess probably one of the best sizes you can get for a tomato. Actually, I don't know if that's true. I don't know how big of a tomato you can get, but this is one of the biggest tomatoes I have seen. Anyways, regardless, I think we have a pretty good tomato here with all the mutations. I'm going to go ahead and give some boost to my Raptors to see if we'll get Amber. So let's go ahead and pick this thing up. Okay, we did not get Amber this time around, but that is fine. We did get Eclipse, which is like a bonus that we got instead of Amber, so that's pretty good. So without further ado, Steven, what would you value my tomato at with all these mutations on it? Okay, this is actually not bad. So yeah, 84 million is actually pretty good for this tomato. I'm not gonna lie. Like, this thing is not usually going to be worth that much. I mean, for almost 100 million, that's pretty good for a tomato. You would never really see a tomato with this many mutations and worth this much in this game. Usually, if you're gonna get this many mutations, you would do it on a better fruit and you'd make so much more money into the billions or trillions. But for this being just a little old tomato, 84 million is pretty good. And honestly, I expected less than that, so I'm happy with that value. Let me know what you guys think, though, down in the comments below. And also, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like and subscribe for bonus points, and I'll see you guys in the next one.